three fucking videos. I made three fucking videos of explaining how the fuck Gojo could be back. And guess what? This chapter, at the end of this chapter specifically, we got ourselves maybe a possible Gojo comeback, and this is official. So let's begin chapter 260 of Jujutsu Kaisen spoilers. So let's start. So, the chapter begins with Todo revealing that his missing left arm is replaced by an instrument called Viba Slap. I don't know what the fuck that even means, but I guess something, I guess. Naruto explains that Todo has changed Boogie Woogie's activation from a clapping hands to collision of the metal pieces and wooden box of Vibra Slap. Todo can now swap people a total of 50 times in a second, which must he pretty much got a buff instead of kind of a nerf at this point. Todo and Yuji simultaneously attack Sukuna, leaving Sukuna clueless. Then another, Todo imposed a binding vow to limit the number of swap in proportion to the collisions of the vibration. Todo has successfully expanded the curse technique targets to multiple targets and expanded the effective range of the technique. So probably this is how he was able to get Maki and other people out of the domain, right? Because otherwise, they would have sort of, gotten killed. But right now, everything looks fine. Everyone is safe except for Chozo. Rip my guy. And Naruto also explains that Todo successfully evacuated the sorcerer from the Sukuna's domain that we know of. Then the narration switches to Sukuna. Out of all the sorcerers, he's the most self-centered and difficult to sway. He honestly appeared at the timing I least wanted him to show up. So even Sukuna's like, bro, why the fuck is this guy here? I didn't want him to be here right now. And Todo is obviously here. Obviously, Sukuna, maybe, he's trying to sway others. And they cannot be swayed. But what I think is happening is Sukuna wanted to absolutely dog walk Yuji right now because his will is low, right? Yuji's in not the best position right now. But since Todo is here, he's gonna boost Yuji's morale, and that's just frustrating to Sukuna. That's maybe what he's referring to. Just as Todo was about to land and kick, Sukuna easily dodges an ear. Gege is once again referencing the anime-only add-ons of Season 2 animators, obviously. Todo makes a self-centered note that Sukuna can dodge mid-air. Now, this is kind of crazy because, for most of our lives, even in the likes of Dragon Ball, we have made to think that, characters cannot dodge mid-air. But here is Sukuna, pretty much defying anime logic. So, whatever. Sukuna then throws a rock towards them, and Todo swaps it with Yuji as he lands a strong missile kick towards Sukuna. Sukuna grabs hold of Yuji by his face and tries to trash him, but Todo keeps on swapping as Yuji continues to punch Sukuna from his blind spots. Todo, Yuji, Sukuna are now in a roulette. Sukuna realizes Todo can change the maximum and minimum values for the number of swaps per single tap. So, which I really don't understand what the fuck that even mean. Sukuna thinks it's practically impossible to get used to Todo's Boogie Woogie. Now, this is something that we know of, right? Mahito tried to get used to Todo's Boogie Woogie, Hanami tried to get used to it, but, it just didn't work out. They never got used to it. Todo would ever just outsmart all of them, which he's gonna do the same with Sukuna as the chapter later goes on. And Todo and Yuji are in a roulette. Sukuna realizes Todo can change the maximum and minimum values for the number of target per single tap. So you're gonna pretty much like for single tap, as we saw before, I think Todo could swap like 50 targets. Right now, I think Todo can pretty much minimize or maximize that amount. Maybe like 50 targets is the maximum, and minimum target is obviously 1. So maybe you can just switch that as much as you likes. But Sukuna has figured out a way to read when Todo might swap. It's precisely when Yuji's focus has peaked. Sukuna thinks Todo might feint not swapping Yuji, but something else to trick opponent. So Sukuna moves to punch Yuji very hard, but soon Mimi's crows appear and Sukuna realizes his mistake, that he misread Todo's move. Sukuna thinks that they might swap place with Mimi's crow, so he quickly tries to turn around his body towards his blind spot and land a kick, but he realizes he got tricked once again. Todo didn't swap their places at all. Yuji easily hits a black flash on Sukuna. Todo then, obviously being Todo, says that I concealed an attack with a concealment with another concealment within another concealment. Todo being Todo, Todo's 190,000 move IQ. Obviously, that's his IQ, so that's what he's gonna do, even outsmarting the likes of Sukuna. After landing a black flash, Yuji pierces his claw into Sukuna and continues to brutally tear him apart with a demonic face. Obviously, Yuji is just so pissed at this point, especially since, Sukuna did kill Chozo right in front of him. Now, this spoiler right ahead is where, the entire fandom is in utter chaos right now. Even though Yuji's hand has pierced his chest, Sukuna tries to expand his domain once again, but Sukuna sees a mysterious silhouette. Naruto explains that Sukuna has witnessed him, the strongest ghost, the Sukuna killed by his own hands. And I'm gonna, just show the panel, a little bit of it in the chapter or in the video right now in front of you guys, so that you can see it. It's Gojo, man. I cannot mistake those eyes and that hair and everything about that man for anyone. That pose looks too similar to be true. That's fucking Gojo. And Gojo might be back. Gojo might be back. And this time, Gege is the one bringing him back. For second option, Gojo might actually be back, but as a fucking villain. If you guys want to check out that theory that I had of how Gojo might come back, but as a villain, it's in the description below. You can check it out. Or the third option, Sakura is about to die. Yuji's about to, split this man in half and convert him into a Kit Kat, a vertical one instead of a horizontal one. And Sukuna's seeing Gojo's ghost, in Gojo's spirit, as the last thing that he sees. Maybe like, since Gojo is the man who gave him the fight for his life and the greatest fight he ever had, and Gojo is the one that he could relate the most to, so maybe he's seeing Gojo for that reason. We really don't know. Gege might absolutely be trolling. Gege is expert at trolling his fans. I repeat it again, Gege might be trolling. Remember when Gege told that Gojo had won their fight between him and Sukuna? Oh yeah, the next chapter, Gojo turned into a freaking Kit Kat. So, just take this with a grain of salt, that, Gojo might be back. But, since we are still on copium, and Gojo, and Gege literally sprayed, salt on that copium, and it's like, just for a little longer, I'm gonna let you have your copium. So, yeah, let's just see, man. I have no idea as to what can go on. I personally think that Gojo is back, but if not, just fuck Gege, man. He's expert at trolling his fans, that's for sure. But what do you guys think of this chapter? Comment down below, and while you're at it, also like this video and subscribe to the channel. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.